My name is Perrin. I'm doing my thesis in sociology in Bordeaux, and my thesis is about the trajectories of socially included women who sell or use drugs in Bordeaux and in Montreal. So, actually, the objective of my thesis is to understand how women act in a world of drugs formatted by men and for men. So I meet nearly 50 socially included women who use or sell drugs in Bordeaux and in Montreal. And I also interviewed socially included men who use or sell drugs. Sorry, I forgot to take off my mask. So I also interviewed men, and I also interviewed social worker, health professional, police officer, only in Bordeaux, and in Bordeaux and Montreal, also experts and actors of public policies linked to drugs. A part of my thesis consists in analyzing how women act to protect themselves from the repression, drug repression. So the women I interviewed know that there are more policemen than policewomen, and they also know that only policemen can body search women. So, by being aware of that fact, they know that they are more protected from the police than men. And they act in consequences. So, for instance, they will more carry the drugs for their friends or their male partner. And they will also hide the drugs in their underwear. And there is also a specific strategy I would like to show you tonight, which is the strategy of Stephanie, who hid her weed and rolling paper in a box of sanitary pads. So, first, who is Stephanie? Stephanie is a 23 years old student in Bordeaux, and she smoked her first joint at 13 years old, and then at 18 she tested MDMA, and then hallucinogenic mushrooms. She smokes cannabis daily, and she sells a little cannabis too, on a social supply model. When Stephanie goes out to party, or in nightclub or at festival, she hides her weed and her rolling paper in a box of tampons, of sanitary pads, because she bets on the fact that policemen won't dare to open this box, policemen or security officers in nightclubs, for instance. So I will quote a word of Stephanie. She said, "When they ask me to open my bag, there are my tampons and pad, so they are very embarrassed, and they never search the rest because it makes them uncomfortable." So this is a gendered concealment strategy, and it is particularly interesting because it mobilizes objects which are linked to the taboo of feminine body. Here, the taboo is linked to the menstruation. Anything that evokes feminine takes police's attention away, and Stephanie has understood that, and she plays with it. Many women I interviewed develop strategy like that, and they will play with their appearance and their body to avoid repression. When they go to buy or sell drugs, they will dress up in a feminine way. They will wear skirts, dress, heels, and stuff like that. And because they know that the more they correspond to a feminine model, the less the police will look at them. So I will quote another woman drug user and seller I interviewed, Cecilia, 25 years old temporary worker in a factory, and she says, clothes matters. She says, it's all about the little details. If policemen see that you are a well-dressed girl, very clean, with a short dress, a little ponytail, they will never detain you. Participants know that such or such an outfit, such and such an attitude will suggest that they are similar to the stereotype figure of drug user and drug seller, and that such and such an outfit will make them look like a woman, and so like an innocent, fragile person, and anything like that. So participants act according gendered role to protect themselves. They use their body in different ways, playing on clothing, sexual connotations, posture, and attitude. If, despite all these strategies, there is an interaction with a police officer or a security guard, the woman I met will fake innocence, candor, seduction, and even stupidity to correspond to a female stereotype of fragility and sexuality. So they thus hope to destabilize the police officer, who will think that the girl he has in front of him is too pure, too stupid, or too sexy to carry drugs. Blondie, which is another female drug user, she is also a 27 years old bus driver, explains that women have less chance of being arrested by the police, especially if you wear a short dress and high shoes. Blondie tells us how she escaped from an arrest because she is a woman, and that's her word. She says, "I was driving, we were 3 girls inside the car smoking weed, and there were a road check. I immediately saw that the 3 cops were very happy to check a car with 3 girls inside. They joked as they bickered to decide which of them will deal with us. So you know, I played along. I was laughing very loudly at their jokes and trying to put on a sexy attitude. They only make me do the alcohol test." So she goes away and nothing happened to her. And she said that in the car it really smells very strongly weed. So, so apparently these strategies are effective because within my sample, none of the women interviewed has ever had problem with the police leading to custody or to the creation of a criminal record, unlike several men I interviewed who has the same trajectory with drug use and drug sale. So the police officer I interviewed, very briefly to talk a bit about it, they acknowledge that they are targeting men very more than women, and they have integrated many gendered stereotypes according to which a woman has no place in the world of drug because it's too dangerous and because it's a men's world. That's it.